Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Happy listening. And there's this wonderful, wonderful app called the Anchor app where you would never in a million years think that you can do a um, you can do podcast for free from your cell phone because you think that you need also equipment and you don't. All you need is your cell phone, Wi-Fi, and just persistence. And you there you go, a podcast, and you can be like the legendary podcast you see on YouTube, etc., etc. So join now and download the Anchor app in your Play Store, and happy listening, and go create something great. All right, hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Okay, so this podcast is called Delusion, Imagination, and Opportunity. So one of the things that I've accepted is I'm gonna go start first with opportunity. There's opportunity in everything if you have the right perspective. Let me repeat that again. There's opportunity in everything if you have the right perspective. Um, and this is not even hot coffee. Shit, crazy. Kind of went over there for nothing. But well, no, it's brewed. That's what I really wanted. I had to accept this opportunity everywhere, bro. Every hour. What the fuck? He left? Really? He had me buy this for nothing? Where'd he go? What the fuck? I guess. I guess. I went to go buy this food for this homeless guy, and he left. What the fuck? And it makes it worse. I can't see, so if you know. But anyway, anyway, nigga can't even see. But yeah, um, and opportunity is everywhere, bro. And what the mistake that a lot of people, including myself, make is because of our perception of things, we leave opportunity on the table. Um, I'm a victim to that, and 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 I was thinking about my friend, for instance, and I was like, um, I was like, yo, while you at your parents' house, not paying any rent, you need to max out on every way that you can make some money, not just a job, because because the worst position you want to put yourself in is you paying rent and you only have, and I'm learning this, you only have one source of income. Um, because because meaning your job, because realistically speaking, there will come times
where nobody can watch your child? And what if that goes on for 2, 3 weeks or a couple of days and you're not allowed to get paid this week because you didn't work a sufficient amount of hours? Then what? Then what? You feel me? So I was like, yo, if I were to go back and I had a job and I was at my parents' house, I would find a way to have at least 2 sources of income. One that's for my job, one that's not in my job. Um, and real whack because because it's not right how when because I know I would say here's the thing, like a friend, like an associate once told me, um like an associate once told me, adulting is only boring for those who don't got no money, and that's real. That's real shit, right? And I would say you should not leave your, well, this is a stickler, but do your best not to leave your parents' house unless you have 2 sources of income. Because I don't think you should leave your parents' house and you have 1 source of income. Because you fuck yourself up and you live in delusion on the fact that that job will be enough all the time. It probably won't. And even when I told my landlord, when he said, "Yo, I want to be like you one day, where I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing what I want to do, whoopity whoop whoop whoop," and that's partially why he keeps giving me a chance and letting me slide, because he's like, "Yo," and what's crazy is it's intermingled. It's funny, like it's like my friendship with my other Aquarius. He's like, "One day I will be doing what you're doing, so I want somebody to be merciful with me if I ever." Now he won't ever have to worry about room and board because he can rent and get somebody to pay his rent. He'll always live rent free, but there will be times when he's an entrepreneur and there may be some bills he needs to pay, and so he would want somebody to be merciful and kind to him, and that I can appreciate. And also in flip, he was like, "Yo, treat my house like if one day you're gonna have a land, you're gonna be the landlord, and the worst thing you want is somebody who's dirty or they're messy, and you have to repeat to them, keep the house dirty because I don't want to be infested with mices and rodents, because I have to deal with the exterminator if you're infested with rodents, right?" And that's what when he's saying that, when he's telling me like, "Yo, just be clean, bro. I'm not asking you for a lot." I don't argue with him because in reality he's not. In reality, he's not asking me for a large thing. He's asking me to pay a small $600 paid rent, and he's asking me to keep clean. He said, "What am I demanding of you? I don't even live there." So that's how much of a blessing that is. I don't even live there for me to tell you what to do, for me to knock on your door. Um, um, so 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 and all he is for me is a stepping stone to say, I have rent. So I paid rent at this place for months, for almost 8 9 months, right? 10 months. So if I go somewhere else, I have rent in my name. Almost to the it was crazy. It's from my friend, almost to the point where if she needed me to, even if I built my credit, whoop 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 whoop, right? Um, um, she could say, "Yo, I can depend on you." Like she said, all I need you to do is keep your word. Like in other words, be my greatest self. So where she, if she when she comes down here, I guess, um, she can have she can have leverage of saying either she can come down here, um, she can come down here and leverage my income or my credit because um, because well she can have her own income, but um, yeah. So so for me, um, it's really about uh, it's really about uh, imagination at this point. Like I said, opportunity, delusion, and imagination, where I have to imagine a greater self. And I think what I don't want to do is I don't want to leave this house until at least my credit score jumps up at least 300 400 points, and until I pay my debt off it with the bank, um, and I close my first deal in real estate. So I have to close my first deal. I raise my credit at least 100 to 200 points. Um, where I at least get in the 650, 660, 670 club. Maybe even 700 if I'm pushing it. And I open my own business, my business, and what the hell is this shit called? Business and business and business account and all that stuff. So because I want to get firmly established, and also I get my state ID here, because I haven't gotten the state ID, um, to turn into an official Georgia resident. So yeah, so it's a so I can like fully transition into like being an adult, I guess. And maybe uh like do like Toro, um so I can have like passive income. I may get my license here too, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure yet. I may add that to the list, getting my driver's license. Um, because I don't want to leave here. Uh, I want to leave here at least fully standing as an adult, like driver's license, like car, at least being able to drive. Maybe not having a car, but at least being able to drive. Um, so I can drive, whatever. Um, yeah, I think that's important. Because somebody told me that before. He said you may not need a car right now, but you should be able to drive. Period. So just in case it ever happens that you need a car, or you need to drive, for instance, a U-Haul, um, you can drive one. Um, I think that's important to do. While my rent is under $600, um, I think I want to get all of that stuff done first. Um, Yeah, because while my rent is low, I want to get all the stuff that I need as an adult. Um, but yeah, that I couldn't do before. But yeah, but anyway, um, but yeah, and the imagination of, for instance, of saying like, my landlord said, oh, I'm gonna put $100 extra in the account and all that other stuff, and I have to do the same thing that I did when I paid the rent. I have to have complete and total faith in myself, and complete and total faith in myself of what I need to do, and integrate the feminine energy. Wow. And what I'm learning is my masculine side is really, really hurt. Here's what I mean by that. My dad kind of shattered my, not shattered. I mean, that I wouldn't give him that much power. He bruised my masculine a lot. And he made me feel shameful in doing and going after my own goals that I said I wanted to do. And he brought a lot of shame to me. Like, it's like, you bad because you doing what you want to do. And I've learned that there's no shame in that, because all I got is me anyway. Like, I made a video last night, and I made a video. I actually need to remake the video, where I was like, yo, you should not be proud of not doing right by you. That ain't nothing to be cool about. That ain't nothing to be, because you all you got. It ain't nothing to be proud of saying, yo, I'm not doing right by me. The only person that has to deal with you your whole life. Um, and and I gotta get real with myself, like on some, like, you gotta start really tapping in, because like, you should not be you should not be on no um you should not be on yeah, I'm doing bad to I'm being bad to myself, and I'm the only person that I gotta deal with for the rest of my life. You don't got, and even your husband, your wife, you don't have to deal with them your whole life. You really, I know it sounds raw, but you really don't. You really don't gotta deal with nobody for your whole life, including your parents, including your family, including your friends, including your business partners. Nothing in this world is forever. But when I say you, meaning you are the only person who you got to deal with for seemingly forever. You got to wake up in your body. You got to wake up. You got to eat with you, sleep with you, um, drink with you, have fun with you, protect you, love you, secure you. You have to do everything for you. You really do everything for you. Real rap. You don't really do a lot of things for other people. And I'm not saying you don't do things generally for other people, but um um but genuinely, all things that you do for um all things that you do for other, you really doing for your own gratification. it's yo, you really should not be proud of that. Like real fucking rap. Um and I'm like, bro, like because you should get to a point in your self-love where you should be ashamed of yourself if you're not doing right by you. Because real rap, you gotta deal with you your whole life. You should not, that is nothing to be proud of, that you fucking up by you. You not doing what's best for you. You should not be proud of that at all. You should not be proud of the fact that you failing. You you when I say proud, here's what I mean. You should not be like beating your chest, telling the world, being okay with that. You should not be. You should, and it's hard. It's a harsh way of thinking, but you should not be sleeping peacefully and you fucking up. You know, you fucking up by the one person you gotta deal with your whole life. You you should be ashamed. And I'm at that point. Like I'm ashamed. Or I should not even shame you. And some people say shame is a waste of emotion. You should be saddened. You should feel angry that you doing wrong by the person you gotta deal with your whole life. You should not feel comfortable with doing wrong by you. And I'm at that point, bro. And yeah, man. You gotta do right by you, man. Because like I said about delusion, yo, every time I meet somebody in delusion, I really be getting mad. I really be like, why are you in La La Land? Who raised you? Like on some real fucking talk. I be getting highly upset. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I'm like, yo, that's me. I do that same shit. I just let time pass me by. Let failure creep into my life. That shit is for the birds. You know, it's easier said than done, but real shit, boy,